It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are a mile high at Broncos Stadium in Denver, Colorado. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's Bosher to kick it away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Behind. Ready. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Tonight.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. First carry for Royce Freeman. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Check the backer, check the backer. You're over here, you're over here.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Taking it in from the 20. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Next to score, Broncos 7, Falcons nothing. Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
21. Go.
Here's Ryan to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, 54 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before, because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters, because they'll make some adjustments.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Bootleg, Flacco. He's got his big tight end, Fant. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game, because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
You ain't going no gun. Look at the hot set, Dwayne. Hey, wahoo!
On 2nd and 11 now. Flacco, and he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Yes! Regular. Watch the slack. 53. Go. Gun.
Check. 53's mine. Check.
Looking for 2 yards here on 3rd down. Flacco gets it off to Freeman. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check.
Yeah,
7-7, our score after 1. 2nd quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
No. Check three. Watch safety creep. Safety high.
They'll try and run forward Janovich. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Box truck.
51's the mic.
Y'all not ready. Got. Check. Let's go.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Charles, before the game, you and I were looking at the still undefeated teams in the league, and Detroit's technically won at 2-0-1, but let's look at the 3-0 teams. The Bills, Patriots, Chiefs, Cowboys, Rams, 49ers, and Packers. I'm guessing if I ask you who would lose first, you might say Buffalo because they play New England this weekend.
I think you're right about that because that's what you look at. What's the schedule tell us? We know the 49ers are safe because they got an open week coming, so they should be okay on that one. But you would say Buffalo, even though they're at home, New England gets them. But as a wild card, putting them on upset alert, Green Bay on Thursday night with a desperate Philadelphia team coming in. You know, you've got to be really careful with that, despite the fact Green Bay's defense has been so impressive in the early going.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Flacco. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Check curls. 3 wide. Check Mike 45. Hey, Delta. I got you. Sock it. Shoot.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Like 80. You better bring it.
Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. The third down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit a partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
It's out. 51. Check it out.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready, we're ready. We're ready. Check, 47. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! 47's the mic.
Right. Right. Hey, Alpha.
Let's go. Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
Hey, Sub.
You gotta be ready. Don't be scared.
51, Sub. 47's the mic. 47's the
Hey, Haywood.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Hey, check.
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the 1st down carry. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. On 1st down, it's Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And he hits his target. This is Luke Stocker. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 36.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He's He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Luke Stacker, 36 yards. And the Falcons have retaken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Go! Let's go!
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Two times. 3 down.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
11.
Push him back. Push him back. Big ass.
Get up.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Now he's forced out right. And that's going to be incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Check, 47.
Got it.
On first down, Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Okay, I got a quick tangent for us here, Charles. Let's look at the teams that have not yet won in the NFL. The 0-3 teams, the Jets, Dolphins, Bengals, Steelers, and Broncos. Who do you think is the first to get off the schneid?
Well, when you look at it, who has the open week? Who's safe? The Jets.
Yeah, they don't play anybody, so they're not going to win this week.
I think the Bengals and Steelers, they play each other.
Yep.
So I think the Steelers beat the Bengals and get off the schneid. They're the team that I'm looking at closest and having the best opportunity to get it done.
How about Denver hosting Jacksonville? A possibility there for the Broncos, right?
Definitely a possibility, but I like the way that Jacksonville comes into this game. A big win on Thursday night at home against Tennessee and riding their hot rookie quarterback, Gardner Minshew. And their defense looked ferocious again.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
39. Hey, Charlie.
I'm coming after you.
Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. Yeah, after that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a fourth down play.
Now Ryan on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
All right, that one fell incomplete. There, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Check. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Gun. Heavy on the edges. Let him go.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
He's on to 5-0. Bravo.
Throwing here on first down. Flacco. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Flacco on the give to Lindsey. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Get ready.
Flacco from the gun. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
Hey, high 7.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Red. Check Mike 45. Check it out.
Here's Flacco, and he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Hey, Monday.
Watch the curve.
Red.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Flacco now on 4th. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Deshaun Hamilton there to make the grab. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Ready.
3rd and 2, now Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 70 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Falcons 21, Broncos 17.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional.
Emmanuel Sanders. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, 75 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. McManus's point after is good, and that gives him a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll run on 1st down. Freeman. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. Passing play, Flacco. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating out of the gun. Flacco. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And this one also slow and developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he's got room. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They keep it with Smith on first down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Ryan to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
Intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 9-yard line.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished, but to win a close one like this, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.
I'ma tell you.
It's the NFL on EA Sports coming to you now from the foot of the Rockies in Denver, Colorado. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. Fairbairn now to kick this one away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Rewind, Tess, wait. Ready. Rewind. Here we go.
On first down, Flacco. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now Flacco. Completes it to Fant on the right side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. On the sneak, here's Flacco. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early. because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Both steps to Mike. I'm here all day. 47, Mike. 47. Here we go, G.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Go.
24.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game.
Let him know, let him know. 47's the mic.
I'm going to run you over.
To throw is Watson. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
What's up? 19.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check. Check. Hot.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd and 9, Watson setting up the screen for Miller. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
47's the mic.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands, downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
The Broncos take over.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down the score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. He's letting this one go for Fuller. This is caught. It's a gain of 34.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
19. Here we go. Check 43.
Watson now to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick, Kareem Jackson, there defensively. 1 man in the backfield. That's Miller, second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Texans 14. Broncos nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Go. We want it. Come to my...
From the gun, Flacco. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 27.
Hey, Foxtrot. 51 the mic, boy.
They look to throw on first and 10 with Flacco. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Flacco now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit, and he fires one that's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. With that incompletion, we step league-wide for a second. I want to discuss Saquon Barkley's injury. Obviously, that hurts the Giants, who are having a quarterback change. And, look, Daniel Jones looked good. but they're going to need Saquon Barkley in that backfield.
In a big way, not just as a runner, obviously, but his ability to catch the ball in the backfield, make plays in open space. 4 to 8 weeks with a high ankle sprain. Horrible news, not just for the Giants, but how about fantasy football teams? All right, if you've got Saquon Barkley, many of you selected him at number 1 in your draft. Now he's going to be out for a decent portion of the season.
You better hit your waiver wire and get Wayne Gallman quickly. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming.
Gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
I got one.
Give me that. 51's the mic, son. 51's the mic. Hey, I'm coming after you. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Come for you.
Out of the gun, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Taken from just outside the 30. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But
he's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, 64 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. They'll roll him out right. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Stills the intended target. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, exit.
Now it's Flacco. And Sanders has got it complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
At the 29-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on second and 6.
Gun.
Motion. Reset. 51, Mike 51.
Hey, check.
To pass, Flacco. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Flacco now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at first and 10.
Here I come again. 51 to Mike.
Now Flacco. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
You're over here. You're over here.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
Gun.
Hey, it's time to... Hey, let's go. It's time to call the crap.
Flacco to throw here on 3rd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Deshaun Hamilton as the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Gain of 13 yards. And the Texans first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fuller. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd.
A final shot before the break. Watson caught left side Hopkins. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A first down carry now for Miller. Miller with first down and more. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Hey,
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Watson with a give to Miller. And an alley to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 34 yards there and a first down.
Well, that's one of the main responsibilities of a safety in any defense. A long way downfield before he's able to corral him, but that's why you have him on the field, the last line of defense.
He made the play. I don't know if it'll be remembered. They're probably so mad that the run went for that long.
Wonder if they were thinking pass in that situation as opposed to run and being caught a little bit out of position. Fortunately, he's able to track him down.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Here's Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On second down now, it's Lindsey. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Behind, Seth, 180.
I'm coming.
Right.
51 to Mike. 51.
Gun. Hey, Delta.
55. Right here, guys.
Behind.
Third down, Flacco from the gun. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Flacco from the gun. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sanders. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsey. This is the tight end Fant. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
Flacco's throw there, complete. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Hey, Alpha.
First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Yellow, yellow. 61, matchbox lights. Come red.
And again, it's Flacco to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Reed.
His guys take over 1st and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hopkins. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Watson on first down. Flush to his right. And he slides to avoid the hit. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The sack by Todd Davis.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it.
50 wants the mic. I got you. I got you. 50 wants the mic. 50 wants the mic. Hey, 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 hey.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And the pressure gets to him again. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Fielded at about the 28. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's go. Hey, we're pretty quiet, G. We're pretty quiet. 50 wants the mic, boys. 50
Here's Flacco. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Whitney merciless with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at the 20. It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a 1st down throw. Watson flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. He was looking that time for Stills.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on 1st down? Screen pass to Lindsey. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Flacco throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Swing. Hey, do. Regular.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Watson going to give this one to Miller. Lamar Miller. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 98 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The throw taken in by Hamilton. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They're not ready for this.
Monday, Chad!
Y'all playing the wrong football.
Hey, Charlie!
First and 10 here for Flacco. Sanders has it over the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Throwing here on first down. Flacco. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Lonnie Johnson in trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now a 20th carry of the game for Lamar Miller. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Let's stop!
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll try the right side here with Miller. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say...